Hey guys, Chris Superfast RC, and today I'm giving you my review on the Isdt K2 Dual Lipo Multi-Chemistry Battery Charger Station. So this is the dual channel, 6S on each channel. You can do 6S per channel. And it is a 200 watt AC charger. So you're going to be able to use AC up to about 200, 210, 20 watts. So that's great if you don't have an external power supply. And I think is really enough, guys. If you're doing anything more than that, you're kind of getting into the danger zone as far as lipos are concerned. Now, I know some really huge batteries like 9000s and 9500s, you want to charge 2C. I mean, you're looking at 20 amps. And this will do it. It will if you put it on a DC battery charger. But on the AC, on a 4S, you're going to max out around 13.5 amps, which still, that's no slouch. But yeah, man, let's get into the features of the charger and why I think it's a worthy charger for your pit box. So, dual channels, you got a color, not a touch screen, but a screen here that gives you all your battery readouts. I've got a 3S plugged in here on this one, so it's 3, and it's a puffed 3S. We're actually going to kill it. So, yeah, that's another cool feature about this, and one of the reasons I bought the Isdt charger is it has a Lipo destroy feature, so it safely discharges your Lipo batteries to 0, so you can go ahead and recycle them and not worry about them blowing up on you if they get punctured or anything. So that's really cool. I know a lot of people just like to puncture their Lipos and watch them burn, but I'm not one of those people, so I like the feature on the charger. It's very nice, and once again, I use a bat box to keep everything safe. You don't want to burn anything while you're charging your lipos, guys. It's just not worth it. You know, it's a hobby. It's not worth putting life or property in danger. So invest in one of these if you can. If not, you can go with the little bags. But anyways, back to the charger. Like I said, you got 2 channels. Each channel, you can do storage. I have this one set up for storage. You can do charge, discharge, storage, or destroy. So we're going to set charge, chemistry. You can do lipo. You can do lithium high voltage. So that's our condition right there, which is really cool because if you're using the lithium high voltage packs, this will do it just fine. Lipo, lithium ion, lithium iron phosphate, lead. So you could charge a sealed battery or like a power sport battery with this. NIMH, CD, I guess that's like a peak charge. And then, I don't know what U, ultra lithium high voltage. So that's a 4.45 volt, and LIHV. Yeah, so it's just a higher voltage lithium pack. So that's really cool. So our currents, we can go all the way up to 20 amps, guys. So you can do 20 amps per channel if you do the DC option. Now you're going to have a beast of a power supply and some serious cabling to do that. I wouldn't even recommend using a car battery because that's a lot of current, man. You're going to fry that battery. Doing 40 amps continuous off of it, that's insane. I did try it. I made this little cable here. I have an old Corsair TX750 power supply I've had rigged up for years to run my FMA chargers, and yeah, I've never had a problem with heat on the cabling. So I went ahead and make this up. This is 12 gauge wire. These are just some 4mm banana bullet plugs there, and then XT60 is what goes in the back of the charger, and they've kind of done it in a cool fashion. So you can either have AC, it keeps you from screwing up. You have AC, or you can have the DC, but you can't have more than, you can't fry it. So this gets in the way. You can't hook it up to DC while you have AC plugged in, and vice versa. So it's just kind of cool. I mean, I don't see why anyone would ever make that mistake, but they were thinking about it, and you can't make that mistake, which is kind of nice. So, but yeah, I did try the 20 amps on DC. These wires got so hot that I just went ahead and pulled them off. It's not worth. Here's my other ends here. These are 10 gauge wire here, but these little connectors I have, the little 4mm bananas, they can't handle it. If you're doing that, you need to have at least the XT60 or some 5mm bullet connectors, and not the birdcage ones, the spring ones. So if you're going to do that, and I would, like I said, you need to have a serious purpose-built power supply, like a Delta or a Meanwell, that's going to be able to provide that continuous current to the charger. And yeah, so for everything I do, the built-in AC power supply works fine. So it's, like I said, dual channel. I mean, what else is there to say about it? It comes with a screen protector. I opted not to put mine on, and that was a mistake. It's scratched up. It is what it is, guys. It doesn't bother me any. I throw this thing in a pit box. It's bouncing around going down the road. It's a charger. It does what it's supposed to do. It doesn't look pretty. I don't care. It fits nicely on the back box here with the way it sits up and everything. It's got dual cooling fans, one on each side. Intakes through the top and exhaust out the sides. And they do work per channel. So if you've got something on this channel only, this fan's going to run. If you're running both channels, they both run. And if you're doing a discharge or a destroy, they also both run, because it's creating a lot of resistive heat in here. And yeah, so as far as anything else on the charger, we do have a little USB-C thing here, and I think that's for firmware updates. I'm pretty certain. I'm not going to firmware update my charger. I mean, I guess if they release a new battery technology and you want to update your charger so that it can charge it, I guess that would be, something that would warrant that being there. But most of the time, you're not going to update firmware. What I did here doesn't come with any balance taps. You don't have to have balance taps. The way the charger is designed, you can just plug your balance lead right into here and then plug right in. At the track, that's fine. Where you're sitting there watching it, that's fine. But like I said, I'm charging at home. I'm in the shop. I like to go out in the yard and do stuff, and I leave them in the bat boxes while they're charging. So I bought these 10-inch, or they're 8-inch extensions from Hobby King, and that's all they are. They're just an extension, guys. A line to line, 6S extension. And then these are balance boards that they also sell. It's just a 6S balance board. So gives you a nice long reach, and like I said, I use them and they work great. As far as battery connectors, it's straight in. It's a XT60. Plenty of amperage for what this thing can put out. Like I said, it'll do 40 amps or 20 amps per channel, so this is rated up to 60 amps current constant, so 20 amps is plenty. These aren't going to cause any trouble. Doesn't come with any leads of any kind, so you have to build your own. Guys, just go to Value Hobby, pick up some. They have like a 10-foot kit of wire, 12 gauge. You can use 14. You don't really need 12, but you can get little cheap Dean's connectors and XT60s, XT90s. That's what I did. Just build your own taps, solder them up, and here's one for the Mini B. XT60 to EC2. So there you go. Anything else I can really say about the charger? It works great. I've had it at the track. I have it here all the time. I don't even bother really using my FMA anymore. Let's just bring it into the picture there. Unless I'm doing like 2 X-Max batteries and I want to do 10 amps on both channels without, getting anything too hot with this thing, without having a proper power supply for it. That's really the only time I use the FMA. I do think the FMA has a better high C charge rate control. This charger, if you do it doesn't have a specific multiple C. If you want to charge it 2C, 3C, it doesn't have a setting for that. You just got to set your amperage and away it goes. I mean, it's going to pump right away full, 15 amps into that 5,000 milliamp hour battery if you're charging at 3C. So that can kind of shock the cell and cause you to lose a little bit of capacity in my experience, where the FMA has like a smart charge algorithm. It doesn't automatically just shove that 15 amps into there. That's a 10 amp charger anyways. It's not going to do, it'll only do 10, but it's only going to, it starts to, it kind of ramps up, if I'm trying to tell you. It ramps up that charge when it sees that the battery, the resistances have come down enough to be able to take that charge without harming the internal chemistry of the battery as much as just, shoving it right in there like this thing will do. I mean, that's fine in a lot of cases. If the batteries are rated for it, it's okay. But if you're charging a 1C rated battery and you want to charge it multiple C, I think the FMA, which they're gone now, so you can't even get those chargers anymore. But the FMA's got it beat as far as the charge algorithm for a multiple C charge. Like I said though, a lot of the time I'm not charging multiple C unless the battery is rated for it. Like these LCG packs, which one I've already had die. It specifically says somewhere on here 1C charge, or no, I guess it does on the webpage. Doesn't really say on this. No, does not say. But this is a 1C pack. This Z pack right here. Not exceed 2C, so this one's rated for 2C. This one, this is a Turnigy A spec. This is an old battery, guys. This thing still runs perfectly though. This is a, I believe, a 3C charge. 65 to 120C. It's on the back. No, doesn't say. I still charge this one at 1C, guys. Doesn't really hurt. Now these big batteries, like these HRBs, I believe these do say 1C on the back. I do not see it, but I know these are 1C chargers, 1C batteries. Charger, no. But you could probably safely charge these at 10 amps and they're not going to hurt. That's what I'm saying, guys, though. You know, multiple C, I used to always charge multiple C over here with the FMA. With this one, just because the way it kind of treats the batteries, man, I think it hurts them more than not if you do multiple C. If and the battery's not rated for it. So here we go. This one's kind of puffed up. I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm just in a battery getting rid of mood, and that's another reason I bought this charger, because it'll do it. So let's go ahead and go into here. We've got our Lipo, not sure if that's in focus yet. It is Lipo destroy. It's going to prompt you. Let's do 1.5 amp, because I don't know who's got time to wait. It'll discharge at 1.5 amp. 0 volts is our finish, and destroy is the feature. You hit start, it's going to warn you. Go ahead and hit start, and it's going to go about getting rid of this battery. So it's a really cool feature. I think it could fall into the wrong hands sometimes, but it does give you that warning so that you're fixing to kill the battery. So I do think it's properly implemented. So anyways, guys, anything else I can say about the Isdt charger, the K2? The only thing I don't like about it is the way it beeps when it's finished, and that might be something you can get rid of in the settings. But since I'm charging right now, I don't think it's an option. It might be something you could do through the PC link. But when you're sitting at the track and you know you're running a race, and all of a sudden in the background all you hear is did it, did it, did it, and everybody around your pit table is like, God, your charger's annoying the heck out of us. I'm like, I'm sorry. That's one kind of thing with this charger. If you're not paying attention to it, when it gets close to being done or finished, it beeps a lot. So it is what it is. A lot of chargers are like that. They want to make sure that you know that the LiPo's finished, so you don't leave it on there and, you know, kill your battery or cause a fire or something crazy like that. So anyways, guys, for the K2, I give it a big thumbs up. And like I said, this battery right now is going to be killed. It's going to take a little bit, so I'm not going to bore you with all that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video on the Isdt K2 dual channel battery station. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.